And we are live! Hey everyone, my name is Sonic the Hedgehog from the YouTube series A Sonic Tales. I will be your host for the day for the 1K subscriber special and the Q&A. So that means I'll be asking the questions you all sent in and having a little fun. But I know why you guys are here, and I don't want to take too long, but I also, myself, want to say thank you. Sonic Tales is 100% the heart and soul of this channel, and even though we do upload multiple types of videos, I do want to say thank you for watching both. Coming in, no matter what the circumstance might be, you guys are there for the channel, and that's what matters most. No matter if you only indulge in plush videos or discussion videos, it's great to know that we can come together for the creator and his crew no matter what the circumstances. Even though I do want to say, even if you're only here for one or the other, I do think you should give it all a try. I think you'd find it very surprising. Now, I won't waste any more of your time. I know why you guys are here. Socks? Go ahead and reveal yourself, buddy.
Yep, this has been a long time coming, but here you go. Hi, hello. It's me. We finally did it. We hit 1K. I know it's been a long time coming and you guys have been waiting for this. Please excuse the setup right now. I have no real idea how to do this. I'm still trying to figure it out. Obviously, you see, I think I'm pointing to it. Yeah, my MacBook is over there. I eventually want to use my computer and my mic to figure out, you know, the stuff, like the recording stuff. I'm not gonna lie, right now I'm just using my phone, which is fine. It's how I record all the plush videos, so a little sneak peek there. But yeah, and here's the reveal. I had a little script I wanted to say for, you know, the special. It is in my notes, and I'm just gonna dish it and just kind of say what I want to say because I think it's more genuine. When I wrote that, I was obviously not at 1,000, but now that I'm here, I think this is like the best way to do it. So like always, I have to thank you guys for 1,000 subscribers. It's kind of interesting though because I'm recording this at a time where now I'm like surpassed it. I think I'm at like 1.4K or 1.04K, but this has been something I've wanted to have since I was a little kid. Like, I think just understanding that you're in the thousands is like the main thing for me. Like, I always was like, man, if you're like an established YouTuber, you have like 1,000 subscribers or 1,000 plus, obviously. And now, I mean, technically in the grand scheme of things, yeah, 1,000, it ain't that much to the big grand scheme of YouTube, but you know, to actually be here with my own little community of 1,000 people is beyond special, beyond awesome, and I feel like I did it the way that I've always wanted to do it. Some people hit 1K and it's like just from a video blowing up, and I mean that's cool and all, but then usually their next upload they'll get like 100 views or 90 views or 200 views or something like that, and they kind of fall off in a sense. The way that we built it has been the way I've always wanted to build it, where like, you know, we progressively build and progressively grow and eventually get to a number that we want to be at. And now that we're at that number and we have all the people still here, no one has really gone too much, or if people have gone, if people come in, and you know, we're staying around, you know, the number that we should probably be at. And it's been awesome. Like, I can't thank you guys enough to talk little plush toys, like, and have 1,000 people be interested in that, and do discussion videos where I'm just saying whatever comes to mind about Sonic is so fascinating. It's so cool. I'm so nervous. I don't know why. But I want to give some special thanks real quick to some people who made this channel come to be in the first place. And the first people would have to be my parents and my family overall. Them buying me certain stuff. My sister like has given me all the accessories that I've needed for the show. So it's been absolutely incredible to have that just given to me, basically. I didn't really have to do too much. There's some things I've had to buy, but my sister has given me so much of the stuff that I've wanted. My parents have been so supportive of it, so this has been very easy for me to just get into this and be myself and make these stories. I couldn't thank them enough. I gotta say thank you to my crew. You know I love you guys so much. I think y'all are the best in the plush community overall, not even just the Sonic plush community. We could fit into any community. You guys do a fantastic job. You bring these characters to life, and just sticking by my side throughout every up, every down, every break has been absolutely incredible. And you know, from the people who write, who make the thumbnails, who voice act, like, you guys are such a gift, and I am beyond blessed to have you guys. I'm gonna go ahead and say thank you to my day ones, Blitz, Homie, and Classic Sonic Maniac. You guys have been by my side since I've had maybe 5 people in my server, so I really do appreciate you guys for that. And finally, I gotta say thank you to you. I wouldn't be here without any of you who are watching this video right now. When I first started this, I had no expectations. Like, there's this screenshot, I think I put in my server. I had like 50 members and I was like, or 50 subscribers or something like that. And I was like so nervous about that. And now here I am showing my face to 1,000 people. So this has been such a ride, and I am beyond blessed to be here. And I just thank you guys so much for allowing me to do this and talk about Sonic. But enough sappy stuff. Let's go ahead and get to the questions.
All right, it isn't all that. Okay, let's see here. First question. What was the episode you enjoyed filming the most in season 3?
I'd say that's actually pretty easy to answer. It's a tie for 2 though. My favorite episode to record was definitely the last one, because it's like the penultimate, you know, like bow on top of the beautiful gift that you wrapped. And you know, you're finishing up your season usually, and I mean, the season finale itself was just such a banger to record. I mean, you got the fight, you got all the, you know, supportive cast there. It's just so much fun to do. But I say like my second favorite, or my 1B, would be King Jet. I love recording King Jet episodes. I believe that's season 3, episode 7, I think. The Corners episodes are so much fun, because it's kind of my filler episode of the season, and you get to just, you know, kind of go balls to the walls, crazy with everything that that you want. Jet's a very maniacal character, and Sonic and Knuckles, it's just, it's a fun ride, and that's definitely one of my favorite episodes because I just kind of get to go wild.
Who are your favorite side characters from season 3? Obviously not including Moi and Tails.
My favorite side character, like, to watch or like to write, I would say I love A Blue Moon's Blaze. She does an absolutely fantastic job voicing Blaze, and I have to say that when Blaze is on screen, like, she just steals the show. Like, Silver and Blaze both really do steal the show, I feel like, whenever they're on screen. And then I agree, even outside of the series, they need to be main characters, and I love that we're able to kind of give them that main character energy. Like, one of my favorite episodes just in general, I believe, is episode 14. Whatever, it's After the Rain. That's one of my favorite episodes in general, because Blaze and Silver get most of the screen time, and their dynamic overall is so much fun. But A Blue Moon's Blaze is just chef's kiss.
For Socks, how do you come up with each episode and the flow for each season?
Okay, so give me a little bit for this question. Just be patient with me. I have a little bit more of an extensive answer to this one, so just kind of bear with me here. So coming up with each episode itself honestly isn't hard. That's actually the easy part, in my opinion. It's coming up with the flow of each season, finding a premise is what I like to call it for it. So before I started taking like writing classes for real, I took writing classes in the middle of season 3, and so that's why, in my opinion, the latter half of it, so like after episode 10, I'd say, is pretty good. In season 1, 2, and 3, we had the same, like, it was pretty simple. Like, you had a villain and he had a set and end date. Like, at the 18th episode, they were either gonna get defeated or it was gonna be a huge plot twist or something like that. Like, season 1 was with Eggman, season 2 was with Metal Sonic, season 3 was with Call. They all had their different, it was obviously all different and stuff, but like, it was a set and end date for them. This 4th season, going into the 5th season, is not gonna be the same. Obviously, I have 18 episodes to cover for season 4, and I have 3 30-minute specials to cover for season 5. Those stories are going to be just all like the same story. Like, you're not going to get another villain in season 5. It's going to just be one continuous story, kind of like a normal cartoon in a sense. So when you come up with a premise, it's like the easiest thing, because then you get to go into the episodes, and when you're writing them, I feel like you get to figure out like what gets to happen. Like, does this episode push the story forward? Does this episode only have character development? And if you're into filler, I mean, have filler episodes. I don't think that really matters. It just depends on how you want to push the story forward, and that helps, you know, come up with the episodes, in my opinion. But you have to get that premise of kind of like what's going to happen, like in a sense, like what's your beginning, like what is the ideal thing, and then like what is the end goal for those protagonists, or for that villain, or whoever it's going to be going on this upcoming adventure. As you guys will see in the synopsis of the season 4 one, Sonic wants to go back and see his family, but obviously that's going to come with so many implications, and where is his family at, and has so many questions, has so much conflict behind it, and I mean, there's just so much mystery to figure out, and I feel like that's what makes a good season, that's what makes good episodes, and you gotta be able to write, you gotta be able to go free into it and do whatever you want. So that's kind of how I would answer that question.
Next question. Was there anything in the story that changed because of limitations or complications?
The only thing about recording videos a couple of days later is I don't remember if there's this question about the movie on here still that I wanted to answer, because that would be my answer to this question, would be the limitations, is that we have to cancel the Sonic Tales movie. But I'm gonna bite the bullet and say there is, I don't know. So a limitation that we had for this last season is pretty simple, and it wasn't because of anything. I'm my own boss, so I did this to myself. If you have not watched Sonic Tales Season 2, what are you doing? Go watch it. Obviously, we killed off Shadow, and if you guys do know, my favorite Sonic characters are Espio, Sonic, and Shadow. And obviously, in real life, Shadow this is the year of Shadow right now, going on right now, and I would have loved to write Shadow's character, like, and with all this new stuff, I love Shadow, okay, and I would have done anything to bring him back, or, you know, figure it out, but we obviously cut him off, and I don't want to pull a Sonic Heroes and bring him back. I don't think that's right for the story, I don't think it's right for these characters, and it also, you know, kind of tells the characters that they gotta be careful, because even though you're super powered anthropomorphic characters, animals, you can still die. So I don't really want to retcon it, even though, I mean, it's a Plus channel, I easily could. But yeah, I think that has been probably the toughest thing, because I want to keep writing with Shadow. So just like you did see, I believe in episode 12, Reflections of the Deceased, that's kind of the way we're gonna incorporate Shadow, though. Like, in this next upcoming season, I can go ahead and confirm Shadow will be in season 4, but like not coming back, you know, or anything like that. It'll be something not the same, but something along the lines of Reflections of the Deceased. I really I really would love to keep writing and recording with Shadow. He's one of my favorites.
Have you ever thought of the future of the series?
Yeah. I don't really know how to answer that without being stupid or silly. Duh. Yeah. I've had to think of the future of the series. You know,
What inspired you to have the idea to cast voice actors for other plush characters in your plush series?
Oh, okay, this is a good one. So back in the day, my original inspirations, these guys are not my inspirations anymore, except for one, but not the guy I'm about to talk about. Supersonic Blake was one of my like biggest inspirations back in the day, and I was a really, really small YouTuber, and I always looked up to people who like were at the top. So like I knew he was at the top, and I knew he like knew what he was doing, and he still knows what he's doing. So I was like, man, I want to get up here one day, or if I just want to be even like good at what I'm doing, or just have a good craft in general, I gotta, you know, get some tips from one of the best. And so I asked him to watch one of my videos at the time. It was some episode in season 1. Please don't watch season 1. I would rather remake it for you or just tell you what it's about. It is so bad. Anyways, he watched one of my videos and he critiqued the crap out of it. I do remember that he really like, it was pretty bad. But like, it was the best thing ever. Like, I think now looking back, it's kind of an unfair critique, but he gave me like the best critiques so I could get better. And I mean, like, I didn't take offense to it. I just took it in stride, and he made it so much better. But one of the things that he did suggest was to get voice actors, because I remember him saying something about my female voices, because at the time I did my own female voices again, and he was like, yeah, if you want people to probably, like, you know, stay interested though, you should probably get some voice actors. And I was like, oh, that's a really good idea. And so ever since, like, I've been trying to get voice actors. My first voice actor though was actually my sister. She was Blaze in season 2, episode 1. So, you know, a little fun fact there. But I love holding auditions. I love you know, finding the right voice for the character. I love people who get to make up kind of like their own voice for characters who don't have a voice. This is definitely one of my favorite things, and I just feel like the whole process of it is so much fun now. So,
question for Infinite. Okay. What process do you use to make Infinite's voice?
For Infinite's voice, what I usually do is I just record the line I'm gonna say, I then duplicate it, then on that duplicated track, I make it a lower pitch. And then on top of all that, I try to do an impression of Infinite as he sounded in Sonic Forces, just for that extra effect. And then the end result ends up sounding like this. I am Infinite. You say you do not know me, and yet I remember you so very well.
Infinite again. What is your favorite dessert?
Depending on how I feel that night, I either prefer a nice bowl of coffee beans, or a bowl of nails without any milk. I'm not picky.
Question for Fang. What was it like playing a small antagonist turned protagonist?
Well, that's an easily a good question. Well, first me and Bean were starting off as called as the Bandits, or in this case, we called ourselves the Hooligans. First of all, we just eventually decided to have a robbery when we decided to shoot up some bars, shoot up some parties, but most importantly, find our missing third member, Bark the Polar Bear. But then when we went to this Blue Hedgehog and the Fox Boy, aka Sonic and Tails, we thought they eventually were going to be enemies, but turns out they eventually helped me and Bean out when we were trying to kill these monsters earlier in Season 3. But then later on, I just feel like when Sonic and Tails did some good things for me, especially when they're trying to do their best just to save my life, including Bean's life when I faced my mother, which I'm surprised that she was even a Berto, which was a Yoshi, but we're not going to get into the topic of that. But however, I just feel like hanging around with Sonic and Tails, it just feels like that I have a change of heart and it makes Bean a bit less violent with his guns and bombs. For me, I'm just gonna use my guns to use self-defense to protect good people rather than the bad ones. And honestly, I definitely say it's good that I get to know the other people, like the crocodile, the chameleon, the bee, and the armadillo, I think. However, those are people from the Team Chaotix. But however, I just felt like that we just have a good arc. So thanks for the question, mate.
To all the VAs, how does it feel to voice act for this series? What was your favorite line, and what inspired you to voice act?
Hi everyone, I'm Disney Girl, and I voiced Cream in Sonic Tales. Being a VA for this series was honestly pretty fun. I enjoyed it a lot. I've always wanted to voice act in, like, YouTube, collaboration, project kind of things, and I'm glad I got to start with such a nice little series. My favorite line, let me see. There's this moment, I forgot which episode it's in, but it's where Cream and Sonic are watching TV, and Cream goes up to Sonic and she's like, don't you find it weird when people make TV shows about you? Or something like that. I don't know. I always found that line pretty funny. I like it. And for the last question, I've always enjoyed just doing like impressions of characters and just seeing like what my voice can do. Like how high can it go? How low can it go? That sort of thing. And my top 4 voice actors who've inspired me, I'm gonna say Tara Strong, Colleen O'Shaughnessy, Jodie Benson, and Andrea Libman.
Alrighty then, my royal chums, it is I, Daniel, aka the Pop Culture Dude, but also I'm the voice of Fang the Next Sniper Weasel in Sonic Tales in Season 3, but also the voice of Storm the Albatross in Season 4 coming up. But now that we're doing a Q&A, let's start off with the first question. How does it feel to be a voice actor for this series? Honestly, it was not what I was expecting. Like, I wasn't expected to be a current voice actor for the past 2-3 years of voicing Fang for this long. Also, I was not expected to be voicing for a story-driven Sonic Plus series, but I gotta give thanks to the creator Sox, who has been running the series, which he's done a really really great job about it. So what's it like being a voice actor? I mean, it's great, man. It's cool that my character Fang in season 3 has like an arc of his own, and I feel like it's very fun just to dialect the Australian accent and basically just, you know, explore more around that character. So just to be saying this, it's kind of glad that I'm being honored just to be a part of the series. So I'd say it's good. It's good. Now for the next question. What was your favorite line? Well, that's a good one if you're asking me, since I voiced Fang in season 3. My favorite lines that I can think of, since there's so many, there's one line that Fang says in multiple episodes where he says, "Let's get the show on the road!" Because whether if the creator or the viewers don't know, that's secretly like a homage that reminds me where I used to say that quote of, "Let's get the show on the road," where I used to record my old plush channel, Wayne Daffy Duck, before I was set for good luck. But other lines outside of, "Let's get the show on the road," there's another line that I also liked in this episode with Bean, when he was about to put on some sunglasses, where he says, "I have some funny shades." I just like the enthusiastic energy that I can pull off with Fang. Or even times where he actually gets upset in later episodes where he fights like a robot dog, where he says, "So glad we got to terminate him." Like, I feel like I have like the creative freedom that I could do just to bring like Fang's deliveries and his emotion and his range. But whenever there's like so much momentum how the way he speaks, those are my favorite lines in the series. And now for the final question. Finally, who or what inspired you to voice act? That's also a really good question, because you could definitely see from the voiceover stuff that I've done in the background. But about my origins of what I got into voice acting, I watched a lot of animated movies when I was growing up, so that's a pretty common answer. Specifically the Disney ones, like when I watched The Lion King, and most importantly when I watch other cartoons from the Disney era, or Looney Tunes, or Cartoon Network, or SpongeBob SquarePants, and all these animated cartoons that I've grown up with throughout my childhood. And the best thing about it is I always put subtitles whenever I want to mesmerize the lines, even without looking at the subtitles in the script. And I feel like, how did I got into the voice acting realm? Like, I just listened to the voice and just match up and synced up with their energy, and then I could just picture it in my head. It's like capturing lightning in a bottle if you think about it, and that's how I got gifted with the vocal range, so that became my inspiration into voice acting. But hey, glad to be a part of the Sonic series, and thank you for answering the questions, and congrats to 1K subscribers to Socks 4, 5, and 6.
Okay, so how it feels to be here for this series is, I'm so honored to be here, genuinely. There's so much talent, and there's so much just awesomeness and passion and love put into the series that it's just a passion project, and you can tell, and I love that. As for my favorite line, I wouldn't be able to tell you. Probably something motivational that I had to say, because I remember there's some of them in the finale, but I don't remember exactly. I haven't had a line that has like stuck with me for like months, if that makes sense. And for what inspired me to voice act, it was okay, long story and probably kind of a tangent, but I started and still do voice act in a lot of Project Sekai servers, and that's also what got me into voice acting. I've always been kind of interested in acting things in general, and voice acting has always been on my radar from stuff that I would maybe want to try and maybe do in the future. And when I saw a fan dub for Project Sekai pop up on my TikTok, I was like, okay, I'll go join. Did not get casted, but it's fine, because now I'm here. One thing me and Amy have in common, geez, okay, probably something of like a love for Sonic and his friends. I don't really know how to, something I would want to have in common is Amy's, like, natural, like, how kind she is and how powerful she is, if that makes sense. Like, Amy is such a powerful person and such a powerful character. She's a naturally born leader, and she's kind to everyone, basically, and I would love to strive to be a person like that. And I do think that I'm on the way, but I definitely think I have a ways to go.
Ooh, the big question, and the final one. Do you have any plans for after Sonic Tales?
And I mean, that's just a really tough question to answer. That's why I do like that question, though. And I left it for last because, I mean, I don't know. Like, I would love to do so much. Like, I want to do the movie still, but obviously I can't just with time and stuff. So, you know, it kind of sucks, but, like, you know, we're getting a mini version of that in season 3 because of the 3 30-minute specials. I mean, that's an hour and a half of Sonic Tales. Like, there you go right there. And I just do know that I want the Sonic Tales to be like the last thing on my channel. Like, I don't want it to end on a discussion video, even though I love discussion videos, and I mean, like, it's what honestly sometimes boost my channel at times, and sometimes it's what tanks my channel. It really just depends, but I can make discussion videos forever. Those aren't gonna go anywhere. That's just me kind of being me and just talking, but plush videos are the heart and soul of this channel. Like, I feel like everyone thinks and everyone says. So it's just hard to answer that question for real, but we'll see, right? And that's the end of this one. With that being said, 1K, baby. Bro, I'm gonna have so much fun with Facecam. Yeah, that's it for today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Like I said, we at 1K, we're going for 2K, no matter how much longer I'm gonna do YouTube. This has been so exciting, and at the time of this video, I'm trying to set up my Patreon, so if you wanna donate $1 a month and $5 to see videos early, by all means, help me out. I need money, I'm broke. Nah, on a serious matter though, that would probably go towards my art college, and I would love to give this back to voice actors at some point, hopefully just in one big check by the end of the series. So it wouldn't be going to like me personally per se outside of college, but that's just something I would want to help them and help me, because I love them and I really need this for my art career. But I'll let you guys know when that is up. And with that being said, I can finally do this on screen now. I love you guys. Wear your socks. Peace.
Coffee.